And it's almost time to ring in the new year. And when the clock strikes midnight, many of us will make a resolution. There's a whole long list of them, right? To lose weight, save money, spend more time with family, that sort of thing.
Yeah, those are always really popular. But setting these goals and sticking to them, it can sometimes cause us stress and anxiety. We put so much pressure on ourselves to make it work. Joining us now to talk more about anxiety around resolutions is behavioral health specialist Dr. Tracy Muhammad with BIPOC Psychology. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. This is a busy time of the year, so we appreciate you taking some time to talk about something so important. And let's start with anxiety. Maybe we feel it, we don't even know what it is. Can you talk about what it is and what are some ways for us to know that we may be experiencing it?
Okay, so where's your jaw right now? Is it clenched up? Are your shoulders up to your ears? Are you breathing shallow? So anxiety is the intense, excessive, and persistent fear or worry of a real or perceived threat. It happens about 31% of all Americans at some point in their lifetime will experience an anxiety disorder. So it's very real, it's very pervasive. There are different types of anxiety, like generalized anxiety disorder, about 3.1% of the population, so that's 6.8 million people have generalized anxiety disorder. So when you're thinking about, should I be doing more, or what didn't I do well the year before, it can cause additional anxiety for folks.
You know, you talk about feeling anxious, but also just the idea of putting something on paper or even on your brain to say, next year I want to do this. That in and unto itself can be an anxiety-driven event. How do we work around that?
I think we should all be a little softer. We were talking about that during the break. Being a little softer on yourself. There's uncertainty out there. We know with the pandemic or coming out of the pandemic, are we going back? Are you supposed to wear masks? Are you not? There's a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of people don't do well with uncertainty. So I like to do intentions rather than goals. Goals are external, goals are future oriented, but intention is in the now, it's internal. How do I feel right now? Because if I set a goal and I don't feel good about the goal, I'm less likely to achieve that goal. I need to feel good about it. And if I don't, maybe I need to go back and reconfigure and try again. Yeah.
No, I love that. I never really thought about what the distinction was between that goal versus that intention, and I like being in the now, because being in the future, that's a lot of pressure. So right?
We can't control it. We have no control over the future. We can control our breath, and so it's been shown to take 6 intentional deep breaths from your diaphragm. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system. It floods your system with dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin, the good hormones, instead of the stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline that keeps you up and going and all that fun stuff.
All that fun stuff.
Know.
Whether you go the resolution route or the intention route, do you have any advice or sort of thoughts for people on how to get some clarity on what a good goal is for them?
That's going to be different for each and every person.
Okay.
So I do like the concept of SMART goals, where you're specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound, but also considering the fact that the goal may not work. So it's fine to take a step back and try again, recalibrate and try again. That's the great thing about being human. You're not married to these goals. You're just dating them.
Right.
Taking them out for...
Oh, that's
in pencil, not pen.
Right.
I like that. I always think about grace, like showing ourselves grace.
Yes.
And so I love that. Dating them, not marrying them.
Yes.
Noted.
Yes.
Dr. Tracy Muhammad, thank you so much for taking time to be with us.
Thank you for having me. It was wonderful to meet you both.
Yeah,
and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. That's
I know, right?